Wow! Imagine a creature that has been swimming in our oceans since the time of the dinosaurs. That's the loggerhead sea turtle for you. These amazing animals are true survivors, ancient mariners of the deep blue sea. One of the first things you'll notice about a loggerhead is its incredibly large head, which is where it gets its name. This powerful head holds strong jaws, perfect for crushing the shells of its favorite foods like crabs and conchs. They are not just big-headed, they are one of the largest hard-shelled turtles in the world, built tough to handle the challenges of ocean life. It's like they have their own built-in suit of armor. Their shell, or carapace, is a beautiful reddish-brown color, often heart-shaped when you look at it from above. It's not just for looks. This shell is their home and their shield, protecting them from predators as they journey through the vast ocean. Underneath, their bottom shell, called the plastron, is a yellowish-brown. When you see a loggerhead gliding through the water, they look so graceful, using their long, powerful front flippers like wings to fly through the sea. Their back flippers act like rudders, helping them steer through the currents. These incredible physical features make them perfectly adapted for a life spent almost entirely at sea, a true testament to nature's incredible design. An adult loggerhead is a seriously impressive animal. They can weigh anywhere from 150 to 400 pounds. That's as heavy as a grown man. And they can grow up to 3 feet long. Think about that for a moment. A reptile of that size, swimming thousands of miles, just doing what its ancestors have done for millions of years. They are gentle giants, peacefully going about their business, playing a vital role in their underwater world. Seeing one in the wild is a breathtaking experience, a connection to a prehistoric time that is still very much alive today. They are living, breathing history, and that is absolutely incredible. So, when you think of a loggerhead, picture a sturdy reddish-brown turtle with a big, wise-looking head and powerful flippers. They are the ocean's long-distance travelers, built for endurance and survival. They are not the fastest swimmers compared to some other sea turtles, but they are steady and strong, like a reliable old ship navigating the seas. Their appearance tells a story of strength, resilience, and a life spent exploring the mysteries of the ocean. They are truly one of the most fascinating creatures you could ever hope to learn about, and their story is one we all need to hear. Where in the world can you find these amazing loggerhead turtles? Well, their address is basically the entire ocean. These guys are global travelers. You can find them swimming in the temperate and tropical regions of the Atlantic, Pacific, and Indian Oceans. They are not picky about their home, as long as there is water to swim in and food to eat. From the sunny coasts of Florida and the warm waters of the Mediterranean Sea, to the distant shores of Japan and Australia, loggerheads have made the world's oceans their playground. They truly have a passport to explore almost any warm coastline they choose. Loggerheads have different homes for different stages of their lives. As young turtles, after they hatch and make their mad dash to the sea, they spend years floating in the open ocean. They often hide in large floating mats of seaweed, like sargassum, which provide both food and shelter from predators. It's like a floating nursery for baby turtles. This open ocean phase is often called the lost years, because for a long time, scientists didn't know where the young turtles went. Now we know they are just living a quiet life far from shore, growing bigger and stronger before they return to coastal waters. As they get older and become subadults and adults, loggerheads move closer to the coast. They prefer to hang out in coastal bays, estuaries, and shallow water over the continental shelves. These areas are like a giant buffet for them, full of their favorite foods. Here they can find plenty of crabs, clams, jellyfish, and other invertebrates to munch on with their powerful jaws. These coastal feeding grounds are critical for their health and for getting the energy they need for their long migrations and for breeding. They are truly creatures of both the deep ocean and the shallow coastal zones. So the home of a loggerhead is vast and varied. It changes as they grow, from a sandy beach where they are born, to the open ocean where they spend their youth, and finally to the rich coastal waters where they live as adults. This incredible life strategy allows them to take advantage of different resources at different times. They are connected to so many parts of our planet's marine world, from the beaches of North Carolina to the waters off the coast of Africa. Their presence in these different habitats shows just how adaptable and widespread these ancient mariners truly are. The life of a loggerhead sea turtle begins with an amazing journey made by its mother. Every 2 to 4 years, a female loggerhead feels a powerful ancient instinct. She swims hundreds or even thousands of miles back to the very same beach where she herself was born. This is incredible. Under the cover of darkness, she slowly and carefully pulls her heavy body out of the water and onto the sand. She's looking for the perfect spot, high up on the beach, safe from the high tide. This process is exhausting for her, but it is a vital mission she must complete for the next generation. Once she finds the right spot, she uses her powerful back flippers to dig a deep, flask-shaped hole in the sand. This nest will be the incubator for her eggs. She then lays about 100 to 120 soft leathery eggs that look just like ping-pong balls. After she has laid all her eggs, she carefully covers the nest with sand, patting it down to hide it from predators like raccoons or ghost crabs. Her job done, the exhausted mother turtle turns around and makes her slow journey back to the sea, leaving her babies to face the world on their own. She will never see her offspring. For about 2 long months, the eggs incubate in the warm sand. The temperature of the nest is super important. It actually determines if the baby turtles will be male or female. Warmer sand temperatures tend to produce more females, while cooler sand produces more males. This is a fascinating trick of nature. Inside their eggs, the tiny embryos grow and develop, until one day, they are ready to hatch. Using a special sharp tooth called a carbuncle, which falls off soon after, they break out of their shells. It takes a lot of teamwork for the hatchlings to dig their way out of the nest together. Then comes the most dangerous part of their lives. The tiny hatchlings, only about 2 inches long, must make a frantic dash from the nest to the ocean. They usually emerge at night to avoid predators and the hot sun. They are guided by the natural light of the moon and stars reflecting off the water. They must crawl as fast as their tiny flippers can carry them, avoiding hungry seabirds, crabs, and other dangers. Reaching the waves is a huge victory, but it is only the first step in a long and challenging life. This incredible journey from sand to surf marks the true beginning of their life as an ocean navigator. Once the tiny loggerhead hatchlings finally splash into the ocean, a new and mysterious chapter of their lives begins. This period is often called the lost years. Why? Because for a very long time, scientists had no idea where these young turtles went after leaving the beach. They would just seem to disappear into the vastness of the big blue sea. It was a huge puzzle. Imagine, thousands of tiny turtles swimming away from shore and then vanishing for years. It's only recently, with new technology like satellite tracking, that we've started to piece together the secrets of this incredible phase of their life. During these lost years, which can last for a decade or even longer, the young loggerheads are nomads of the open ocean. They become part of the pelagic community, which means they live far from land. They get carried along by the massive ocean currents, like the Gulf Stream in the Atlantic. These currents act like giant conveyor belts, transporting them across huge distances. For a small young turtle, this is a very smart way to travel without using too much energy. They spend their days drifting, feeding and growing, far from the coastal predators that threaten them in their early life. What do they do all day out there in the deep ocean? They find refuge in floating mats of seaweed, especially a type called sargassum. These floating golden forests are like a turtle's paradise. They provide excellent camouflage, hiding the small dark-shelled turtles from hungry birds from above and big fish from below. But it's not just a hiding place, it's also a restaurant. The sargassum is full of tiny crabs, shrimp and other small animals that the young loggerheads can easily eat. This floating ecosystem is their nursery, their shelter, and their food source, all rolled into one amazing package. After spending many years drifting and growing in the open ocean, the juvenile loggerheads eventually get big enough to survive in the rougher coastal waters. When they reach a certain size, perhaps about the size of a dinner plate, they leave their sargassum homes behind. They begin to migrate back towards the coast, moving into the habitats where they will spend their adult lives. The lost years are over, and they are ready to transition from being open ocean drifters to coastal foragers. This critical period shapes them into the strong, resilient turtles that will one day make their own epic journeys. The life of a loggerhead turtle is one giant, incredible journey. We're not talking about a short trip to the grocery store. We're talking about migrations that can span entire oceans. These turtles are some of the most amazing navigators in the animal kingdom. After their lost years in the open ocean, they settle into feeding grounds, but they don't stay in one place forever. When it's time to breed, adult loggerheads undertake epic voyages, swimming thousands of miles to return to the regions where they were born. It's an instinct that is burned into their very being, a call they must answer. How do they do it? How does a turtle find its way across a massive, featureless ocean to a specific beach it hasn't seen in decades? It's a question that has fascinated scientists for years. We now believe they have an internal compass, a remarkable ability to sense the Earth's magnetic field. They can detect both the angle and the intensity of the magnetic field, which acts like a natural GPS system. This gives them a sort of invisible map, allowing them to figure out their latitude and longitude and navigate with stunning accuracy. It's like they have a superpower that we are only just beginning to understand. Think about the loggerheads born on the beaches of Japan. After hatching, these little turtles swim all the way across the Pacific Ocean to the coastal waters of Mexico. That's a journey of over 7,500 miles. They spend years there, feeding and growing in the rich waters. Then, when they are mature and ready to nest, they make the long journey all the way back across the Pacific to lay their own eggs on the same Japanese beaches where their lives began. This trans-Pacific migration is one of the longest and most spectacular migrations of any marine animal. It's a true marathon of the sea. These long-distance travels are essential for the survival of the species. By having feeding grounds and nesting grounds in different parts of the world, loggerheads can take advantage of the best resources available. The feeding areas might have lots of food, while the nesting beaches have the perfect sand and temperature for incubating eggs. Their incredible migrations connect these different ecosystems. These journeys are full of challenges, requiring immense energy and endurance, but they are a fundamental part of what makes a loggerhead, a tireless ancient navigator of our planet's oceans. What an adventure! Life for a loggerhead sea turtle is far from easy. From the moment they hatch, they face a world full of dangers. As tiny hatchlings, their journey across the beach is a race against death. Ghost crabs, raccoons, and hungry seabirds are all waiting for an easy meal. Even if they make it to the water, more predators are waiting, like large fish and sharks. Scientists estimate that only about 1 in 1,000 hatchlings will survive to become an adult. Those are tough odds. It really shows just how resilient these animals have to be. Nature is a tough teacher, and only the luckiest and strongest will make it. As they grow larger, the number of natural predators decreases, but the threats don't disappear. Large sharks, especially tiger sharks, are known to prey on adult sea turtles. A loggerhead's strong shell offers a lot of protection, but a powerful bite from a big shark can still cause serious injury or death. These natural challenges are part of the circle of life in the ocean. Loggerheads have evolved for millions of years to deal with these predators, developing their strong shells and cautious behaviors to give them the best chance of survival in a wild and unpredictable environment. Unfortunately, the biggest threats loggerhead turtles face today are not from nature, but from humans. One of the most serious dangers is getting accidentally caught in fishing gear. This is called bycatch. Turtles can get tangled in long lines, shrimp nets, and fishing lines. Since they are reptiles and need to breathe air, they can drown if they are held underwater for too long. Boat strikes are another major problem. In busy coastal areas, turtles swimming near the surface can be hit by boat propellers, causing devastating injuries to their shells and bodies that are often fatal. These human-caused threats are pushing their populations to the brink. Pollution is another silent killer. Plastic bags floating in the water look a lot like jellyfish, which is one of a loggerhead's favorite foods. When a turtle eats a plastic bag, it can block their stomach and cause them to starve to death. They can also get tangled in plastic debris, like six-pack rings and old fishing nets, which can cut their flippers or prevent them from swimming and feeding. Chemical pollution and oil spills also harm turtles and damage their habitats. We have created a dangerous obstacle course for these ancient creatures, and it's our responsibility to help clean it up and make the ocean safe for them once again. Loggerhead sea turtles are more than just beautiful ancient creatures. They are essential to the health of our oceans. They are like the gardeners of the sea, playing a critical role in keeping marine ecosystems in balance. One of their most important jobs is related to what they eat. Adult loggerheads are carnivores with very powerful jaws, perfect for crushing the shells of crabs, whelks, and conchs. By eating these hard-shelled animals, they help control their populations. This is incredibly important for the health of the ocean floor. Think about it this way. If there were no loggerheads to eat these animals, their numbers could explode. This would change the entire community of life on the seafloor. The sediment and the way nutrients are cycled would be completely different. When loggerheads crunch up the shells, they also help break them down, which releases nutrients like calcium back into the water for other organisms to use. They are a keystone species, meaning that many other species in the ecosystem depend on them. Their presence helps maintain the biodiversity and stability of their coastal habitats. They are true ecosystem engineers. Even the unhatched eggs left behind in a nest on the beach play a role. When a nest fails to hatch, or after the hatchlings have left, the remaining eggs and shells decompose in the sand. This process adds vital nutrients to the sand dunes. These dunes are often nutrient-poor environments, so the turtle eggs act as a natural fertilizer. This helps the dune grasses and other coastal plants to grow strong. Healthy dune vegetation is the first line of defense for coastlines against erosion from storms and wind. So, even in their death, these turtles give back to the land that gave them life. Loggerheads also provide a mobile home for other creatures. Their large shells are like a moving reef, providing a surface for over 100 different species of animals and plants, like barnacles, algae, and tiny crabs, to attach to and live on. This is called commensalism, where one organism benefits without harming the other. As the turtles travel on their long migrations, they carry these hitchhikers with them, helping to disperse these smaller species across the ocean. In every stage of their life, from egg to adult, loggerheads are contributing to the health and richness of our planet's marine and coastal worlds. The good news is that we can all be a part of the solution to help save these amazing loggerhead turtles. You don't have to be a scientist or a marine biologist to make a real difference. It all starts with small, simple actions in our daily lives. One of the most important things you can do is reduce your use of plastic. Say no to single-use plastics like straws, plastic bags, and water bottles. Choose reusable alternatives instead. Less plastic on land means less plastic ending up in the ocean, where it can harm turtles and other marine life. Every piece of plastic you refuse is a victory for the ocean. If you live near a coast or are visiting the beach, you can be a turtle-friendly tourist. During nesting season, which is usually in the summer, it's very important to keep beaches dark and safe for nesting females and hatchlings. Artificial lights from buildings and flashlights can confuse them, causing them to go in the wrong direction, away from the sea. So, turn off lights that face the beach at night. Also, remember to leave the beach clean and clear. Knock down your sandcastles and fill in any holes you dig, as these can be dangerous obstacles for nesting turtles and their tiny hatchlings. Another great way to help is to be a responsible consumer. Choose seafood that is caught using sustainable methods that don't harm sea turtles. You can look for special labels or use guides like the Monterey Bay Aquarium Seafood Watch to make smart choices. By supporting fisheries that are working to reduce bycatch, you are sending a powerful message that you care about protecting our oceans. Your choices at the grocery store or in a restaurant can have a ripple effect that helps protect turtles thousands of miles away. It's all about making conscious decisions. Finally, you can help by sharing what you've learned. Talk to your friends and family about loggerhead turtles and the challenges they face. The more people who know about these incredible animals, the more people will want to protect them. You can also support organizations that work to rescue and rehabilitate injured turtles or protect their nesting habitats. Whether you're reducing your plastic waste, keeping beaches dark and clean, making smart seafood choices, or simply spreading the word, you are becoming a true hero for sea turtles. Every single action, no matter how small, helps. The story of the loggerhead sea turtle is a story of incredible resilience, a tale of survival against all odds that has been unfolding for millions of years. These ancient mariners have navigated the world's oceans, connecting continents and ecosystems long before humans ever set sail. They are a living link to our planet's prehistoric past, a symbol of endurance and the timeless rhythms of the natural world. Their journeys are a powerful reminder of the deep and mysterious wonders that our oceans hold. Protecting them is not just about saving one species. It's about preserving a piece of our planet's living history. We share this planet with these magnificent creatures. Our actions on land have a direct impact on their home in the sea. The plastic we use, the lights we leave on, and the waste we create all find their way into the turtles' world, creating challenges they never evolved to face. But just as we are the source of many of these problems, we are also the source of the solution. We have the power to change our habits, to clean up our messes, and to give these turtles a fighting chance. It requires a global effort, a commitment from people all over the world to be better stewards of our shared blue planet. There is hope. All around the world, dedicated people are working tirelessly to protect loggerhead turtles. Scientists are tracking their migrations to better understand their needs. Volunteers are patrolling beaches at night to protect nesting females and help guide hatchlings safely to the sea. Rescue centers are nursing sick and injured turtles back to health. Governments are creating marine protected areas and passing laws to reduce bycatch in fisheries. These combined efforts are making a difference. We are learning how to coexist with these gentle giants and how to lessen our impact on their world. The future of the loggerhead sea turtle rests in our hands. Their epic journey is now intertwined with our own. Let's be inspired by their strength and their incredible will to survive. Let's work together to ensure that their ancient song does not fade away into silence. Let's make our oceans cleaner, our beaches safer, and our world a place where these magnificent navigators can continue to roam for millions of years to come. By saving the loggerhead, we are not just saving a turtle, we are saving a vital part of the ocean, and in doing so we are saving a part of ourselves.